Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like walking away? Have you ever faced a moment where quitting seemed easier than pressing forward? Maybe life hit you so hard that you started believing the lie that you are not enough. Maybe the weight of rejection, failure, or disappointment made you think that giving up is the only way out. But hear me today. You must not give up. You cannot afford to quit. Because what is ahead of you is greater than what is behind you. The fact that you are still breathing means that your purpose is still alive. If you walk away now, you will never see the victory that was meant for you. Pain is one of the greatest distractions in life. It has a voice and it speaks loudly. When pain enters your life, it demands your attention, tries to steal your focus, and attempts to convince you that nothing else matters except what you are feeling in the moment. Pain will tell you to stop. It will whisper that you're not strong enough, that you are wasting your time, that things will never change. But here is the truth. Pain is temporary, while purpose is eternal. The greatest tragedy in life is not experiencing pain. It is allowing pain to make you abandon your purpose. Every person who has ever done something great had a reason to give up. They had moments where the struggle felt unbearable. They faced rejection, loss, and failure. They had nights where they cried themselves to sleep, mornings where they doubted their strength, and days when the weight of their calling felt too much to carry. But they endured because they understood a life-changing principle. Pain is a test, but purpose is the reward. If you give up when it hurts, you will never see what was meant to be yours. Look at the lives of those who changed the world. Leaders, inventors, pioneers, and visionaries. They did not escape suffering. They overcame it. The fire that was meant to burn them became the fire that refined them. The rejection that was meant to break them became the force that pushed them forward. Why? Because they valued their purpose more than their pain. They made a decision. I will not let what I feel today destroy what I am meant to become tomorrow. This is the decision you must make. When you face hardship, you have two choices. You can either allow it to define you or allow it to refine you. People who allow pain to define them become prisoners of their past. They build their identity around their struggles and carry the weight of yesterday into every tomorrow. But those who allow pain to refine them become stronger, wiser, and more powerful. They use adversity as fuel. They use hardship as training. They take every tear, every scar, and every battle and turn it into a stepping stone toward their destiny. If you quit when it hurts, you may never realize how close you were to a breakthrough. Some people give up right before their season of victory. They walk away when they are only one step away from what they have been praying for. Do not let that be you. Do not let temporary pain make you forfeit a permanent promise. You must learn to push through. You must remind yourself that every great thing requires endurance. You must declare that no matter what comes, no matter what I feel, no matter how many times I fall, I will rise again. Because pain will fade, but purpose will remain. Your future is worth fighting for. Your destiny is too valuable to be abandoned. And if you refuse to give up, you will see everything that was meant for you. Your future is waiting on your endurance. Everything you desire, everything you are working toward, and everything you were created for is already prepared for you. But you will never see it if you do not endure. The path to greatness is not smooth. It is filled with trials, setbacks, and moments of deep frustration. Many people do not fail because they lack talent, intelligence, or opportunity. They fail because they give up too soon. They allow difficulty to convince them that they are not capable. They mistake delays for denials and allow temporary struggles to define their permanent reality. But the truth is, endurance is the currency that purchases destiny. Without it, dreams remain unfulfilled and potential remains unrealized. The process of endurance is never easy. It is lonely, exhausting, and often discouraging. You will face moments when nothing seems to be working, when your efforts feel wasted, and when you wonder if continuing is even worth it. The pressure will be real. The temptation to walk away will be strong. But here is what you must understand. Your endurance is proof that you are worthy of what is ahead. Life does not hand rewards to the impatient. It does not give success to those who quit at the first sign of difficulty. Life tests you, refines you, and stretches you to see if you have what it takes to handle the greatness you are asking for. The longer you hold on, the stronger you become. Most people admire the success of others, but they do not see the endurance it took to get there. They see the achievements, but not the sacrifices. They see the rewards, but not the battles. Every person who has accomplished something significant had to make a decision. Either give up or keep going. And the only reason they made it was because they chose to keep going. They chose to endure the nights of uncertainty, the seasons of waiting, and the moments when quitting seemed like the easiest option. They understood that destiny belongs to those who refuse to surrender. There is something ahead of you that only endurance can unlock. There's a future version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more powerful. But you will never meet that version if you stop now. You must keep moving forward, even when progress seems invisible. You must keep believing, even when doubt tries to take over. You must keep pushing, even when your strength feels depleted. Because every step you take, every moment you endure, and every time you refuse to quit, you are one step closer to the breakthrough that is waiting for you. You may not see the results today, but that does not mean nothing is happening. Growth is often invisible until one day, suddenly, everything changes. Do not allow temporary frustration to make you give up on permanent success. Hold on, stay consistent, keep pressing forward, because your future is not just ahead of you, it is waiting for you to endure. And when you refuse to give up, you will walk into everything that was meant for you. Pressure produces greatness. Nothing of value is ever created without pressure. The strongest warriors are not made in comfort, they are forged in battle. The most beautiful diamonds are not found lying on the surface of the earth. They are formed deep within, under intense heat and unimaginable pressure. Everything that is precious, everything that carries significance, and everything that changes the world is a product of pressure. But the problem is that most people fear pressure. They run from it, they try to avoid it, and when it comes, they complain instead of embracing it. They do not realize that pressure is not here to break them, it is here to make them. Greatness is never given freely. It is not handed to the weak or to those who shrink back at the first sign of difficulty. It is reserved for those who can handle pressure, those who refuse to be crushed by their circumstances, and those who understand that every challenge they face is shaping them into something stronger. If you want to be great, you must learn to endure pressure. You must understand that the weight you feel today is preparing you for the responsibilities of tomorrow. The struggles you are facing now are developing the strength you will need in the future. Without pressure, there is no growth. Without struggle, there is no transformation. Without resistance, there is no elevation. Look at the stories of those who have changed the world. They were not exempt from pressure. They were defined by it. The greatest inventors, leaders, and pioneers all faced moments when everything seemed impossible. They had reasons to quit. They had obstacles that could have defeated them. But instead of running from pressure, they embraced it. Instead of seeing it as a curse, they saw it as a gift because they understood something most people do not. Pressure is proof that something great is being developed. If you are feeling pressure right now, if you are facing challenges that seem unbearable, you must shift your perspective. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this trying to teach me? Instead of seeing pressure as something that is crushing you, see it as something that is refining you. Because the truth is, pressure does not destroy, it reveals. It exposes weaknesses so they can be strengthened. It brings hidden potential to the surface. It forces you to grow in ways you never would have on your own. Do not despise the process. Do not resist the pressure. If you are under pressure, it means you are being shaped for something greater. It means you are being prepared for a future that requires a stronger version of you. So instead of giving up, lean into the process. Instead of complaining, embrace the challenge. Because in the end, the pressure that once felt unbearable will become the very thing that sets you apart. The struggle you enjoy today will become the foundation of your greatness tomorrow. Storms don't last forever. No matter how dark the night, the sun must rise again. No matter how fierce the storm, the winds will eventually calm. But when you are in the middle of the storm, it feels like it will never end. The weight of hardship can make time feel frozen, as if the struggle will last forever. This is why so many people give up in the middle of their battle. They believe the lie that their situation is permanent. But the truth is, every storm has an expiration date. No matter how strong it seems, no matter how long it has been raging, it cannot last forever. If you hold on, if you keep pushing forward, you will outlive the storm that is trying to take you down. Life is full of seasons. There are seasons of growth, seasons of joy, and seasons of victory. But there are also seasons of struggle, seasons of waiting, and seasons of uncertainty. The mistake most people make is assuming that their current season is their final destination. They experience hardship and convince themselves that this is how life will always be. But just as winter eventually gives way to spring, just as the night eventually gives way to the morning, your current struggle will eventually give way to breakthrough. You are not stuck. You are not forgotten. You are simply in a season, and seasons always change. The greatest danger of storms is not their ability to destroy. It is their ability to make you lose hope. Many people give up, not because they are weak, but because they stop believing that things will ever get better. They allow the storm to break their spirit before it even has the chance to pass. They surrender to temporary pain and forfeit their future in the process. But if they had just held on a little longer, they would have seen that the storm was never meant to last. The situation that seemed impossible was only temporary. The pain that felt unbearable was only for a moment. You must remind yourself that no difficulty is permanent. The fact that you are still standing today is proof that you have already survived storms you once thought would destroy you. Think back to the moments when you felt like giving up. Yet here you are, still moving forward. If you made it through those storms, you will make it through this one. You must anchor yourself in the truth that endurance always leads to victory. You may not see the breakthrough yet, but it is coming. You may not feel the relief yet, but it is on the way. The storm is not here to stay. It is passing through. Do not make permanent decisions in temporary conditions. Do not let today's hardship convince you that tomorrow's joy does not exist. Keep walking, keep believing, and keep standing firm. Because the storm that seems endless right now will soon be nothing but a memory. And when it passes, you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what is ahead. Quitting is the enemy of legacy. The world does not remember those who started and walked away. It remembers those who endured until the end. Every person who has left a lasting impact, every name that is written in history, and every life that has inspired generations has one thing in common: they refused to quit. They had moments of doubt, moments of weakness, and moments when everything in them wanted to give up, but they pushed through. They understood that legacy is not built on convenience. It is built on perseverance. And those who quit never get to see the full picture of what they could have become. There are countless stories of people who had everything they needed to succeed: talent, vision, and opportunity. But they gave up too soon. They allowed temporary setbacks to convince them that they were not capable. They allowed fear, discouragement, and fatigue to rob them of the future they were destined for. What if they had held on just a little longer? What if they had pressed through one more challenge? The sad reality is, many people walk away from their destiny when they are just one step away from breakthrough. They let go too soon, not realizing that what they had been working for was just around the corner. Quitting does not just affect you, it affects those who are meant to be inspired by your journey. There are people who need to see you win. There are generations that will be impacted by your perseverance. The world is filled with unfinished dreams, abandoned visions, and untapped potential because too many people allow temporary pain to stop them from leaving a lasting impact. But if you refuse to quit, if you keep pushing when others would have walked away, you will not only secure your destiny, but also create a legacy that inspires others to do the same. Legacy is built in the moments when quitting seems like the easiest option. It is formed in the late nights of hard work, the early mornings of discipline, and the days when everything inside you wants to stop, yet you choose to continue. It is not built in comfort, but in commitment. The greatest leaders, the most influential thinkers, and the most powerful change makers were not those who had an easy path. They were those who faced struggles and still kept moving forward. They knew that the pain of perseverance is far less than the regret of quitting. You must decide what kind of story you want your life to tell. Do you want to be remembered as someone who gave up when things got tough, or as someone who stood firm despite the odds? Do you want to be known as someone who almost made it, or as someone who left a mark on the world? The choice is yours. But if you refuse to quit, if you stay in the fight, no matter how hard it gets, you will build a legacy that will outlive you. Because true success is not just about what you achieve, it is about what you leave behind. The decision to never give up is the foundation of every great achievement. You must understand that pain is temporary, but your purpose is eternal. You must realize that your future is waiting on your endurance, and if you quit too soon, you may never see the rewards that were meant for you. Pressure is not here to destroy you, it is here to refine you. Every challenge, every obstacle, and every hardship is shaping you into the person you need to be for the future that is coming. And no matter how fierce the storm, it will not last forever. If you can just hold on, if you can just push a little further, you will see the day when the struggle becomes your testimony. But above all, you must remember that quitting is not just about you. It is about the lives that are waiting for you to succeed, the people who will be inspired by your journey, and the legacy that you are building with every step forward. The world does not remember those who almost made it. It remembers those who refuse to stop. And you have that choice today. You can choose to let go, or you can choose to rise. You can surrender to temporary struggles, or you can stand firm in the truth that greatness belongs to those who endure. Make up your mind that no matter what comes, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how long it takes, you will not give up. Because if you keep going, if you stay the course, If you hold on to the pressure and the pain, you will step into everything you were created for. Your destiny is too great to abandon. Your future is too valuable to surrender. Your legacy is too important to quit. Keep moving forward. Keep believing. Keep fighting, because the victory belongs to those who refuse to give up.